inconvenience. Sorry for disturbance because I didn't see timetable today. I thought it's 3 o'clock. Today I will explain you. See, good afternoon, students. Today I will explain you controls flow and strings and array. Already we know the fundamentals. In depth today I will tell you. See, control flow, two programs they given in our programming in our syllabus. What is our programming? Control flow means in what is the flow structure? Yeah, whether it is if conditions flow, otherwise we can use for loop or while loop, any loops we can use. Or in our what is the question? Checking whether the given number is even number or odd. Second question is find the factorial of numbers. And third question is print the prime numbers below 100. First question is checking whether the given number is even or odd. You know, this is already we have done this. Yes or no, students? So here I will show you again how we will take the number as a input. I input int input, enter a number, but in our build IT no need to give any enter a number because build IT automatically will ask the number from our user. So if number percentile 2 is equal to 0, if the number percentile 2 means remainder, if the remainder divisible after the remainder is 0, then it is a even number. Else it is a odd number. If the number percentile 2 is equal to 0, then it is a even number. If the number is not equal to 0, percentile 2 not equal to 0, then it is a odd number. Already we did up in our build IT. Now we are doing now I will tell, because why I am telling you, because in our syllabus it is there, what is this question is there, that's why I am explaining you. Count the number of characters in string. Now find the factorial of the number. What is the find the factorial of the number? Number we taken as a int input. Factorial is equal to 1. What is factorial? We taken as a 1. First we taken factorial is equal to 1. What is the factorial? If we will give the factorial of 1, we will get the output of 1. Okay, if the number, see the conditions they given, if number less than 0, print the factorial does not exist. Okay, for negative number, factorial does not exist for negative number. If number is equal to 0, if the number is equal to 0, then the factorial of 0 is 1, then the factorial of 0 is 1. See, if the number less than 0, if the number less than 0, the factorial does not exist for negative number. If number is equal to 0, if the number is equal to 0, print factorial of 0 is equal to 1. Else, for I in range 1, comma, n plus 1 means up to range 1 to n plus 1 we have to count. Range function also, you know, range is one type of built-in function. Already I told you what is range function. Range, if we will give range only 10, I will give, means up to 9 it will count. Yes, so here we given range of two numbers, means starting number and ending number, number plus 1. Okay, what is the factorial formula? Factorial is equal to factorial into I. Factorial multiplication of I means I will be multiplied. When I will be increment, after that I will be multiplied into factorial. If factorial of 1, 1 into I is 1 into 1 is 1. Okay, print factorial of number. Factorial of 7 is 520. Okay, if factorial of 1 is 1. Factorial of 0 is 1. Okay. Factorial of 7 is, can you tell me anyone factorial of 3? Anyone can tell me factorial of 3? Chart I cannot see. Chart today it is not visible. I am not getting, it is not visible chart. So you can unmute and tell me factorial of 3. Students, can you unmute and tell me what is the factorial of 3? What we will get it output? 3 multiplied Students, Ajay, are you there? Susana, are you there? Unmute and tell me, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what is the factorial of 3?
Ma'am.
Means if, okay, mute yourself now. Now mute yourself. Okay. See students, when I am asking, can you reply me? Because today my chat box is not visible on my screen. So you have to support me. How will I get to know you are writing? What you are writing, I cannot, it is not visible. Okay na, 3 multiplied 2. If 2 I will write 2 multiplied I, what is I will be increase. Okay, I will be increment the factorial of the number. If 5 factorial of 7 is, factorial of 7 means 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Up to that one, it will be multiply. But factorial of 0 is 1. But factorial of 1 also 1. Factorial of 2 means 2 into 1 1. Factorial of 3 into 2 is 6. Factorial of 4 means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, understood? Now what is the print the prime numbers below 100? Prime numbers below 100 means we taken as a upper number and lower number. You know lower number is 1, upper number is 100. Okay, now for loop we taken for number in range function lower into upper plus 1, because 100 we taken now 100 plus 1 we will take, because up to 100. If we no need to write lower number here, because prime number below 100, below 100 means almost all 1 to 100 we have to find out. So here upper limit is 100 plus 1 means 101. If number is greater than 1, for I in range of 2 comma number, range of 2 comma number. If see again the for loop, it is if number is greater than 1, sorry, if number is greater than 1, if the number should and must be greater than 1, then the loop will be continue for I in range of 2 comma number, 2 comma number. If number percentile I is equal to 0, that number percentile I is equal to 0. If the remainder you will get 0, when you will divide I, then the function will be break. You will break the statement and you will go to print number. Okay, now another okay, now array is there. These 2 questions only there. Already we did off these 2 questions in our built id function. So I'm why I am explaining means in our lab syllabus it is there 2 questions. So I am explaining in PPT. But already we did off these 2 questions in our build id functions. So now array. What is array? Array is a array. What is array? Is similar number of, what is that, multiple values in single variable. Array is used to store multiple values in single variable. Okay, what is array? An array is a special variable which can be hold more than one value at a time. It can be more than, like list, and you can use this array as a list also. This array is a special variable which can be hold more than one value at a time. If you have a list of items, a list of car names are there, list of car names, you can store car 1 is equal to 4. You can store like this, or you can store in one variable 3 cars also. However, what if you want to loop through the cars and find the specific one? If you want to any one of the car, you have to write the one. Print car 1 means you can print only Ford. Print car 2 means you can print only Volvo. Print car 3 means you can print only BMW. Means as per index number it will be print. See, access the elements of an array. You refer to the array of elements by referring an index number. Okay, cars means 3 cars now we written in one variable. Before what we written 3 variables we written in 3 cars. Now we are writing in an array. So array of list. So here we are writing in array 3 cars in one variable. X is equal to car of 0 means 0 index of 0 is for means it will be print of x. It will the output you will get as a for. Okay, now modify the value of an array of item. You can modify the array of items. You can modify the array of items. What is the car of Ford? Ford means here a car of 0. If you want to change this Ford to Toyota means you nothing worry. You have to write cars of 0 means this variable of 0 is changed to Toyota. Directly you can write, and this Ford in place of Ford you can get it Toyota. Means here no need to do any changes. Only you write index number, and if you will write car of 0, cars of 1, you can get in place of Volvo you will get is Toyota. And if you will write cars of 1, cars of 2, if you will write in place of BMW you will get Toyota. So print cars. After that if you will print, your cars will be changed into the as per the index number you can change the modify the value. The length of cars array. How you will get the length of array? Length is a length method to return the length of the array. By using length method, len method, you can get the array value. See how many values are there? 1, 2, 3. The output you will get 3 because x is equal to length of cars. X is equal to length of cars. So how many lengths are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 strings are there. So here in 3 strings, if you want only f, 3 of, you will write 3 of 1, 3 of 0 you will get, then f you will get. Inside string, inside list, inside array, if you want only one string, then you will get its length of x of f. What is the value? That also I will tell you. Now length of cars, what is the length? 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this basics level 1. Here we will next step our build IT programs only depends on only array and list and for loop. So that I am explaining you this revising. So looping of array elements, you can use the for loop to loop through all the elements and array. Print each items on car. Print each item of car. Then you have to write for loop. Already you know for loop. What is for loop? So cars of all the items you written, 3 strings you written, 3 strings after writing for x in cars, for x in cars, print x, for x in cars, print x. What is the print x? If you wanted to write x will be car, first it will access of cars of 0 for, it will show the output print 1, print of 0. Now a cars of 0. Now cars of 1 Volvo, it will print cars of 1 Volvo. Now cars of 2 BMW, it will print cars of 2 BMW. It will print one by one, so it is showing in column order one by one. But if you will write directly print of cars, then you will get all the 3 values in a row order. In one line you will get all the values. But here if for loop, if you are accessing for x in cars, means you are printing all the values one by one. It is printing 3 times. It will, the for loop will be accessed 3 times, one by one. Okay. Now adding an array means, adding means you can add a new item inside then array by using append method. By using append method, what you will use? Append. Here one append method is there. You can use an append method to add an element to an array. To add an element to an array. Add one more element to an cars array. Add one more element means one two any items, how many you want, you can add in values in an array. How you will use? By using append. See, cars are given, cars is equal to Ford, three strings you given, Ford, Volvo, BMW. You want to add Honda, you want to, before I shown you only update instead of Ford you wanted to update Toyota. Now you wanted to add that Honda inside an array. So you given the list, you given the array here, cars is equal to Ford, Volvo, BMW. This array value you given, cars dot append of Honda. You are adding this Honda inside this array. So print cars, here it printed Ford, Volvo, BMW, Honda. So here it added that 4 values. Now removing an array element, how you will remove? See, pop method is there, pop method is there. Pop method used to remove one by one element from an array. So you can use the pop method to remove an element from the array. Example, delete the second element from the car means you wanted to remove second element. Second element means what is the index of second element? 1. See, index of 0 is Ford, index of 1 is Volvo. So second element is index of 1. As per index you will write cars dot pop of 1 means this Volvo will be deleted from the array. So Ford is 0 and Volvo is 1. Volvo is 1. So this will be, you wanted to pop the element. What is the pop method? Pop method will remove the element from an array. Pop method will remove the element from an array. So cars dot pop of 1. So pop of 1 means you will remove the Volvo element from an array. So cars dot pop of 1 Volvo. So print cars means you have to print the cars. So what is the output? Ford and BMW. What is the output of these cars? Ford and BMW. Because this one item in middle item, it was removed. Second item is removed. See here, what is the method? Append length. See length will length will find the elements, how many count the element, and append means you can add the element, and you wanted to pop means pop method will remove the element. And another method also there, remove another element. When you wanted to write remove method, you have to write here your element name. See, pop and remove, don't confuse. Pop means you have to write only index number. Pop means you have to write only index number, but remove means you have to write element name, and with if it is string, double quote must. Okay. See, in pop you are writing only index number, index 1, but here cars dot remove, you wanted to remove means you have to write element name. You can also the remove method, you can also use the remove method to remove an element from an array. So for example, delete the element that has the value of Volvo. Cars dot remove of Volvo. So print cars, what it will be print? The second element will be deleted and first element and third element will be printed for output. So here 0, index of 0, index of 1, index of 2 will be printed, but in our remove method no need to give here index. Okay, no need to give here index. Now what is the methods? See, I explained you append. Append means add an element of the list. Clear means remove all the element from the list. Clear means remove all the element from the list. Copy means returns copy of the list. You wanted to copy the list means it will be copied. So count means you wanted to count, return the number of specified value. Extend, add an element of the list and current list. Index, what is the index of list? Insert, pop, remove, reverse, sort of list means you have to sort the list. Now date and time, how you will get 2 days. Now date and time, if you will get Python date, a date in Python is not a data type of its own, but we can import a module named data time to work with dates as a date object, to work with dates as a date object. See, import date time, import date time. When we are importing date time, then we will get, what is the import function here? Import date time. It is a library method. So we are importing a module name date time. We are importing a module name date time. After that I will tell you how many types of module names are there, like math, importing math already we did of that one. Now I am showing you import date time, import date time. Date time also we are importing as for date and time. See, nothing we will write, x is equal to date time dot now, means now what is the date and time we will get it. Okay, what is the data, what date and time we are getting as of now. Print x, we will print it. Now date and time as per our year and as per our string. Now creating a date and time, how you will create your own date and time. So now you will import date and time, x is equal to date and time dot date and time 2020 5/17. If you will write like this, you will create your own date and time, own date and time. To create a date, you can use date time class constructor of the date time module. So what is the date time module? Date time class requires 3 parameters to create year, month, day. This is year, this is month, this is day. So first you will write, this is the syntax. Okay, first you have to write 2020, what is your year and what is your month number and what is your date. See, what is the syntax? X is equal to, wherever you will write print x is equal to date time dot date time of year, month and date. Now you will print x, you will get your date and time. Now string f time, strf time. Strf time means what is that? The date time object of a method formatting the string formatting time. That is normally string formatting time. Formatting a date object into a readable string. Into a readable string means which string, means which month name you wanted to. Percentile B. Percentile B is September. It will be print. Now, what is NumPy? See, date time I completed today, array I completed today in depth, and NumPy. What is NumPy? NumPy is like an array only. But why we are using NumPy? Okay, why this is one library function. Why we are using NumPy library? Why we are using NumPy? NumPy is a Python library used to working with an arrays. It is also functions for working in a domain linear algebra. Okay, for your transforms matrices, means it is very much easy. Like when we are using an array, little difficult, but in NumPy we can create all the numerical Pythons. Okay, numerical Python. NumPy stands for normally numerical Pythons. It is freely you can access for your source project. So NumPy we can explain tomorrow. Now 3 o'clock you have another class.